It's a good question on generics versus vertical. So there are still a lot of things that can be done by generic AI. So, for example, there's nothing stopping you from brainstorming with an AI on some idea. For example, there is nothing stopping you from working with generic AI for using external data. There's nothing stopping you from asking it, "What will happen if I do this," etc. That kind of stuff, right? But the moment it comes to where you need 100% deterministic answers, then generic AIs don't work. You need a constrained vertical specialist AI that doesn't hallucinate. The other point is that if you want to build something where you want to solve the problem like you would, then you need to train it to be able to solve it like you would. So obviously that the generalist doesn't work in that case. Other use cases like getting to the root cause of a problem, it requires a lot of context, and so it's very hard to be able to use a generalist without training it in with enough context so that it can get to the root cause of what the problem is. Industry jargon, company jargon, kind of it doesn't get. So obviously disconnected data sets, it doesn't work. So the reason that enterprise AI hasn't taken off is because the generics don't solve all these problems. If you ask someone how much is their AI usage at work and at home, it's the opposite of what you would think. You would think that people would use AI more at work and less at home, but they actually use AI more at home and less at work, because the AIs that are built for consumer use cases are built with all the context. They have all the context that they need about you, so they can give you great answers. And obviously, you're not going to. Nothing depends on it. Like it's not a major business financial decision doesn't depend on it. But enterprise requires the data to be in one place, the different context required to solve for that problem for that industry requires it to understand the jargon that is unique to that particular company. So it's like completely different in terms of, I think enterprise AI is probably about 3 or 4 years behind consumer AI in terms of sophistication and the use cases and the ease of usage.